the only action that I get.
Same.
And I just ate cacio e
I've been married 18 years, so same.
You did.
You might have to get her mouth to mouth.
He usually does.
Yes!
We just did.
Oh.
I had to get that out of the way.
Yes.
I
Well,
needed it.
would
Mouth
you like to be
mouth.
alone?
Yes.
Matt is the only person, funny enough, and Andrew Reynolds, you two are
Yes.
the only people I've been lucky enough to have a smoochy toodles with in...
Well, you got to move on from gay men. This is, look at this with these chairs. It's like first class and coach.
And yet, everybody has a great view. Nobody's blocking anyone.
You're all going to get
Everyone
a
gets
warm cookie at the end, and they don't get anything.
Hopefully, you'll get more than a warm cookie.
Easy.
Oh, wait, hold on. I've been watching your show, and it's like, we're all a little afraid to go all the way. It's scary, it's vulnerable.
Yeah.
This show does not hold back on the humor, the witty. Wit is one of the most greatest superpowers a human being can possess, in my humble opinion.
Does that mean I could become one of the Avengers?
Yes.
I mean,
With wit and my eyebrows raised archly?
I don't know about you, but my eyebrows are balding. That's a new fabulous thing that's happening in my life.
They look great.
Thank
They
you.
look
I've
wonderful.
got product in them.
Nice.
But
Listen, I know from eyebrows, and so yours look great.
thank you. Thank you so much. Your eyebrows are fabulous.
Yeah.
By the way, you might have the most beautiful brows I've ever seen.
They're insured.
I mean, this sounds like dialogue in your show. You guys, I love your
Well,
show.
I've had my insured.
Good for you. Good for you.
Just in case.
Yes.
You know, it really...
You never know.
It didn't need it. It was a small policy.
I'm sorry. I'm not giving up gay men for anything.
No.
It's not going to happen
Me
in my
neither.
world. Right? Exactly. Although, you and I are the only single ones here, aren't we?
That's true. That's true.
I'm always barking up the wrong tree. And every time I'm attracted to a guy, gay.
Well, you must be doing the Liza Minnelli.
Yeah. By the way, I heard she's like the nicest, coolest person.
She is.
Oh, yes, she is.
And
She's
that
so
just
wonderful.
Made me so happy because she's such an icon. And when you find out, like, hardworking, shows up, gives it her all, is like the best human being, funny, like everything you wish and hope, but like the truth.
There's a whole new documentary coming out that's supposed to be fantastic.
I'm dying to see it.
You
I've
have to
seen
see it.
previews
I've seen it. It's
for
wonderful.
Oh, really?
It's wonderful.
You know, I mean, you've been married
Yes.
a long time, but also not as long as you've been together.
Why do I feel like you're the guest and I'm the host?
Welcome to what we do here. You guys like decided to make it official, and you went to like more of a civil ceremony approach. Is that right?
Yes, City Hall.
So how was it? How was the
Well,
ceremony?
it was very,
What did it feel like?
you know, our friends, Mike Birbiglia, the comedian,
Oh, I love
and his
Birbig.
wife, and Ben, they were... We had been their witnesses when they got married at City Hall. And then so we asked them to be our witnesses. And it was, you know, it's that thing of, I thought, well, we'll do this and then we'll go have lunch and we'll call it a day.
Check the box.
And just when you start to say those things that you've heard in 1,000 movies, you know, I got very emotional. It was just, you know, I was very moved by saying those words. And then it was just that lovely feeling of being able to refer to him as my husband afterwards, you know.
Congratulations.
Well, you know, I mean, gay marriage is legal for right now anyway. Let's hope that doesn't change.
Well, I mean, it's a testament to the show because there's a lot of ways in which I feel like things are really different, you know, because... You know, the jokes they go all the way. I was really impressed that this was not all metaphors. It's like zingers, witty, it's how people talk in real life also.
Yeah,
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. That's what we want.
We're on Hulu, so we have a lot more freedom in terms of language and situation. And I mean, that's the great thing about the show. It's sort of nostalgic because it's reminiscent of all those shows we grew up on in front of a live audience. And
Will and Grace, we're talking Golden
Yeah.
Girls. I think because of the dynamic and the setting, which I think is a great reference because it gets me into the mood. I heard you like have it on, rotation.
Oh,
at your
yeah, I
house.
have all the DVDs. And especially when I go to Fire Island.
By the way, I love it. Fire Island and Golden Girls.
Yeah.
It just doesn't get any
Well, we
gayer.
just keep it on a loop.
this show is gayer than a Timothy Chalamet retrospect.
Can you believe we've never been nominated for a GLAAD award? I'm like, what do you have to do? I don't care. I have an awards jinx, but I'm like,
changing that.
we're the gayest show on television.
Wait, well, it's going to happen now, and it's going to be this episode.
Yes.
Oh, wow. You did-
Sorry.
Yeah. I love a spit take.
Thank you. I love a spit
I love a
take.
spit
Oh,
take.
it's like better than sex.
Yeah.
You did the Danny Thomas spit take.
Yeah.
I did Danny Thomas.
That's who invented it.
Yeah.
Danny Thomas,
Really?
the Danny Thomas show. Oh, he was famous for, you say something, you say your mother is coming.
Uh-huh.
Your mother is coming. What?
How you doing? Okay, ready?
Wait.
Your mother is here. There we go.
Matt?
I'm good. I love this. I like just being in the splash zone over here. This is amazing.
Matt, Splash Zone. I have to tell you,
Hi, baby.
we got to do this movie together,
Yes.
and it was because we've gotten to do the show together, but then we got to do a proper film together.
Yes.
and
And you came in and just absolutely crushed. I mean, this woman is one of the most incredible actresses I've ever worked with. I mean, talk about a brilliant improviser.
I'm just going to straighten up. You guys talk.
Thanks, guys.
You got that?
Here,
Yeah.
would you like a parting gift? That's only because you're in first class.
By the way, your comedy in this show kills me, Matt. You are the best. I haven't seen you play this. I feel like this is a fresh unearthing. You've done so many amazing things, but there's something about this character that you've embodied that I can't stop giggling. You're so good as this person.
Thank you. Well, I had these icons to watch and learn from, and Linda Lavin to help guide me along the way, and truly.
Okay, let's speak about Linda Lavin. The scene where you talk about the loss of her is one of the most beautiful. It doesn't feel like a performance. It's one of the most authentic. I had tears streaming down my face.
Oh, thank you.
When you are talking about her passing, which
Yeah.
you guys did in an incredibly honoring way because there's something so real.
Well, that's Max Muchnick and David Cohan, who, we were all in shock, and it was devastating to lose her. So they wrote this beautiful episode where Linda Lavin plays my mother. And, it was overwhelmingly emotional to perform. And I'm lucky I had these two brilliant guys with me. But I feel like they were able to honor Linda and pay tribute to her as well as continuing the story. And so, it was a very special thing Linda was someone we all come from the theater, so I knew her from that, and we would always say, I hope we get to work together someday. So that made this incredibly special. And she was, as you all know, she was an extraordinary actress who could do comedy or drama equally well. And
Theater and film, TV.
Just a great, great person, loving and kind. And it was,
Is it true that you reached
magical.
out to her husband, Stephen, also to sort of the things that you are actually saying are... are actually...
Max and David. I mean, her husband, Steve, is a lovely gentleman who he had talked about what happened, because people were like, well, what happened? She was diagnosed with lung cancer, and then 3 days, a week later, she was gone. So he had discussed this in a video, and then the writers asked if it was possible to use some of the conversation they had just before she died in the show. So
I wonder if that's why. It feels like her presence is there, and I think it's a great honor to her.
Yes, yeah.
Well, that's certainly what we wanted to do. Yeah. When you were working with her, didn't you love working with Linda Lavin? She would look you directly in the eye and just encompass your whole face and be there with you the whole time. She just taught me how to listen so well and react from that. Just wonderful working with this woman. Yeah. She was incredible.
She led our set with so much grace and love and generosity of spirit. And, she's a genius in this medium, a genius. And she was so humble and gracious and always there if you had a question or advice. And I was just grateful the last conversation we had. It was before we broke for the holidays, and I got to say everything I'd ever wanted to say to Linda Lavin. And we both ended by saying, I love you, and I'll see you soon. So I'm really grateful that we got that.
Well, her husband, actually, Steve, sent you guys a message. Yes. So we have it here. Play it now.
Gentlemen, it's nice to be with you again. First day of rehearsal. Once she got her breakfast, Linda sent me a video.
Hi, honey. I'm in my dressing room. Look at that beautiful orchid from Max and David. It says, let's make the desert blue.
When she came home that day, she was like, honey, this is my dream job. I finally get to work with Nathan Lane. And meeting Nathan Lee and Matt, oh, baby, I'm in love. I am so grateful for this show, for the people, for the care that everyone gave her, and to Nathan Lane for your talent and your sensitivity and care towards her. She went out on top.
That's something. That's very moving.
You guys have put out so many amazing things into the world. Your whole body of work is so good. And I wanted to pick one thing to pick your brain about, if you will, because I love going behind the scenes. I love things that you guys have done in the past. May I ask you each a question about something from your previous life? Okay. Nathan, the Birdcage, 30 years. What's a memory?
Come on.
Something.
Oh, the screen.
Oh, look behind you.
I've seen the picture. Oh. Yeah. Well, just the combination of Mike Nichols and Elaine May. It didn't get any better than that.
It did not get any better than that.
And then Robin at the center of it, who was just the greatest, most talented man in the world. So generous. Everybody, Hank Azaria, who was hilarious.
Oh, my God, so brilliant. That launched him.
Oh, yeah. And, and Gene Hackman, who we just recently lost, who was, just my favorite actor of all time. So it was a very, Mike always said, he used to say to me, Nathan, I only want nice people on this movie. And so he did. I said, I'm sure there are a few nice people left in show business. So, and he did. He put together a really great company of actors, and it's very moving that people still want to talk about it and that it's held up all these years.
Oh, it certainly has. People love it. Okay, Zoolander. Something that I heard you say, will you tell me, because I don't want to paraphrase it poorly, but
Are you talking about the foamy latte scene?
Well, actually, something I heard about you was that you said, I really want to like share the space with everybody, in essence. Like, I'm not here to necessarily be the lead or do this or
Oh, yeah.
like...
I'm never interested in starring in anything. I'm just interested in stealing it.
Okay, well, you did.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you do.
Yeah.
And that scene with the foam latte is no exception. What was that scene like to film? Because it lives rent-free in my mind.
I think we shot that 14 times in a row.
Wow.
And what you see is the latte being thrown in my face.
Of course.
The reaction is always real, whether it's cold or hot on screen, right? And the scene that they kept, Will and I thought that was B-roll, really, because we were doing it for Ben Stiller, for his reactions. So that's what they kept. We were being really silly. And I think that is what they actually kept. And we thought, we're just going to ham it up for Ben's reaction. I will say that Ben was getting a little upset that the image of the spillage on my white To Exist t-shirt was not showing up. It's not tight enough, so they had to keep tightening it, right? And at one point, we just cut it on the sides and sewed me into that t-shirt.
It's a masterpiece. I love Zoolander so much. You're so good.
Tight
that shirt. Okay, Matt. I'm going to hit, it was hard to pick, but I'm going to hit white collar because I'm hearing rumors of it might be coming back.
Listen, that was my first television family. This is my current television family. But that was my very first, and we all love each other so much. We still go out to dinner every year. Yes, and we hang out together. We're on a text thread together. So it would be a dream to work with all of them again. It really would.
10 episodes of Mid-Century Modern are available now on Hulu. And thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Drew.